Big fight coming up in UFC. Ronda Rousey and Miesha Tate. Ronda Rousey will be here with us. The thing about the fight is they're both badasses. And if you've seen Ultimate Fighter, you've seen them training. But for some reason, that's not what people want to talk about.
They want to talk about them as sexual objects. And this has become a big deal, whether it's okay to sexualize these fighters. We'll have Ronda when we come back.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. Big fight coming up in UFC 168, and the feature bout that everyone has been waiting for months and months. Ronda Rousey and Miesha Tate. They, of course, have been going up against each other, their teams on Ultimate Fighter. They've been training, a lot of talk, a lot of smack talk, but it's almost going down, December 28th.
Now, the problem is that a lot of people have sexualized this thing and basically said, look at how hot they are. And those are the comments. And the question is that inevitable and just part of this, or is it wrong to do because they're not doing it as much with men? So the best part is Ronda is an amazing person. She has been named one of the top 30 people under 30 who have changed the world. And she's joining us right now. Ronda Rousey, welcome to TMZ Live.
Well, thank you for having me.
Welcome
it's nice
back.
to be here.
Welcome back.
So let's get to it. So look, a lot of people are looking at you, looking at your opponent, and all they're seeing are two hot chicks. What's your reaction to that?
I really don't think that's all that they're seeing. You know, otherwise people would be, otherwise Foxy Boxing would be bigger than this, but it's not. It's just part of what brings people in to watch. Part of it is the theatricality of the rivalry. Part of it is just the looks and the sex appeal, and then part of it is the fight itself. You know, we're real athletes, and our first fight was an amazing fight. It stole the show, and it wasn't just because we looked really good in our outfits. It was because it was the most thrilling fight that night, and I actually won Submission of the Year.
No doubt about that. But it seems, and it's interesting because you seem to be saying, look, you accept the fact that sexualizing all of this is part of the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, I was an Olympic athlete. I did the amateur athletics thing, and this isn't the Olympics. This isn't the idealism of sport. This is entertainment as well. And women not paying attention to that entertainment part of the game is part of what was making women's MMA kind of fall into obscurity before. And so that's when I came along and I was like, you know what? I'm going to be outrageous, and I'm going to try and dress up, and I'm going to just make as much noise and create as much attention as possible that when people have to sit and watch the fight, they're going to stay for the actual fight itself, because the fights are amazing. It's just no one cared enough to watch, and we had to make enough noise to make people watch.
Hey, do you and Miesha, you said, of course, you guys are playing into a lot of the entertainment here. Is there genuine, because it oftentimes seems like you guys really, even on the show, like there's genuine distaste for each other.
Well,
how much of that is just playing it up, or?
I've never had a problem with any other girl that I've fought before Miesha. And, you know, if you notice, I shook her hand when she came onto the show, but I flicked her off when I left. And,
yes, I did notice that.
Yeah, I learned a lot about her being in such close proximity for such a long time that I just know that she's just not a good person.
You know what? You know, I got to tell you, I remember there was a fight with Bisping. I think it's Michael Bisping, who lost in one fight, and I remember that the ref called it because he was on the ground, and his opponent got one more shot in, and he said, "I did it because I just don't like this guy." Would you do the same thing?
I mean, I don't stop until the referee pulls me off the other person, which comes from my first judo tournament ever. All the commands were in Japanese, and so when you pin somebody, they say osakomi. But a lot of the times the kids are confused. They don't know what they mean, so they just stand up. And so when I went out there, my mom, she turned to me and she was like, look, I don't care what the referee says. I don't care what you think is going on. You keep going until that man pulls you off of that girl. And so I threw the girl right away, and I got her in a pin, and the throw was perfect, so I won right away. But I was still in this pin, and I wasn't letting go because my mom told me, it was like, you do not, whatever they say. And so the guy's like, Ippon, sodomata, you know, like, that means you won, that's it. And I was still there, I was still holding on, I was walking around in a circle, and then the guy's like poking me, like, it's okay, get up. And I'm still holding on, and he's like, get up, you had to like pick me up off the other girl in order for me to stop, you know, and that's my first tournament on my 11th birthday. So I've always been like that.
Hey, Ronda, we're out of time. Real quickly, you were named one of the top 30 people under 30 who have changed the world, and they had a lot of people in there who are basically fighting cancer, exploring the Antarctica. I'm wondering, it seems a little improbable, but I kind of get it that you've kind of broken the whole stereotype. What do you think?
You know, it's an honor for Time Magazine to name me on that list, and you know, every single one of these accomplishments are a little bit surprising, and they're all flattering, and I know there's so much more left to do. It's nice to get acknowledged.
By the way, we have here, I've been wearing this because I tried them on in the break, and they're, well, you never know. Sometimes Harvey acts up. We have an autographed pair of gloves here, one signed by you and one signed by Misha. And we are actually going to be giving these away, so go to Team Z's Twitter page. We're going to post a tweet about the fight, and if you retweet it, you'll get a chance to win the gloves, autographed.
Hey, Ronda, you're awesome. Good luck on the 28th.
Thank you so much. And if you burn that other glove, I wouldn't be mad at you.
How did I know she was going to say it? Okay.